that looks
cool. Oh, lots of stank face going on here. It's a proper action film. It's a bit of a thriller. And we need someone to please explain themselves to us. Expresso entertainment reporter Zoe Humer now joins us to share her thoughts. There was lots of grunting and oohing and ahhing going on. It looks cool.
The soundtrack was also great for that.
Yes,
I think it was a good one.
I'm going to say Omar Sy was probably, I love Kerry Washington, and I'm surprised that she hasn't had a big gun role with her big guns.
No,
she just fits that mode, but Omar Sy looks really cool.
I love him. From Lupin, obviously, he's just stood out for me, and he's such a authentic character for this position. You saw the movie, right?
I did see the movie.
What are your thoughts on the stellar cast?
Listen, this was produced by Kerry Washington, so she obviously had a lot of say in everything that went on, and she actually had say in Sy being in there.
Oh, great.
So how she got him involved was the fact that she slid into his DMs and she sent him a message. She was like, she asked her husband, she was like, who should I get as my husband in this movie? And she was like, Omar, that's
But
it.
he is a guy's favorite because he just looks like the coolest guy, but it's not over the top. The way he rolls is kind of under the radar, which I love for this.
And I love the fact that you can slide into someone's DMs and literally put on a blockbuster like this. Besides, you don't fall back on your dreams.
I mean, you got into a movie through your DMs.
Exactly. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? I've been dressing like an action star the whole day.
But let's talk about it, because it looks like it's full of action. It looks like there's adrenaline. Did it deliver on that front? Did it keep you on the edge of your seat?
Listen, there was definitely some great scenes. There's this fog of war scene, which is incredible.
Ooh.
All the assassins descend between this Chapman's Peak-like drive. And they take on their motorbikes and they're trying to kill this family. And it's really good. Things like that I hadn't seen before. But there are some moments where I'm like, this is a bit slow. I'm waiting for it to build up a little bit more. But the movie definitely has some great moments to it.
And you need that. When you're going to pitch something as a spy thriller, maybe we've just gotten used to instant gratification. I think creating a thriller these days is difficult when you've got streamed series to be able to stretch those 2 hours into 8 hours. And
100%.
it's a difficult line to walk. Do they get that line right?
You see, this is something I was thinking about when I watched it as well, because when you look at this movie, you're thinking of The Family Plan with Mark Wahlberg, also a family espionage movie. You're thinking of Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz in Back to Action that came out in Jan. And then you're thinking of Viola Davis in G20 that just came out in April. And all of those were dropped on streaming platforms. And I think this is a movie that could have been dropped on a streaming platform and done really well. I don't necessarily think it's a movie that you need to go to the cinema to see, but it's nice to see in the cinema.
Yeah, man, and it's a hark back to, I always reference the 90s big action films like that. Sometimes you don't want to think, you just want to eat popcorn and watch.
100%.
But I noticed that there's somewhat of a deeper emotional connection here, especially when we're highlighting and representing family. I think there's something cool that we can actually check out, which you promised us, coming from the stars themselves.
Yes, Kerry's having a chat with us. So this is her just having a conversation about the movie. So let's have a look.
Let's roll it.
So Kira and Isaac are estranged lovers, spouses who used to be part of a very, very secretive ops community where they were killers. And they broke the rules and fell in love. And so they had to go on the run. And now they are doing whatever it takes to protect their son from the very group that they used to work with. The question has the answer in it, right?
Exactly.
I love when Omar talks about there's a really beautiful harmony and how the different qualities of the film come together. The film has a beautiful balance of drama and action and romance and heart. It is a thriller. It's really like a big, splashy action film, but at its center, it's about love and sacrifice and being willing to do whatever it takes to protect what matters most to you, and that is family.
It's difficult to add something to that. It's seeing an actual badass mom in action to protect his family. It's her family. I never saw that. So that's why I think this movie is unique, and that's why it's really fun and also very moving. Some scenes to watch.
I don't know if you remember, but when we were filming, Omar was pointing out that that our word courage comes from the French cœur, which is heart, right? And so we think of love and courage is two different things, but like the way you get to be brave and badass is when it matters in your heart. So I love that connection.
Oh, very cool. And they seem to have a lovely chemistry together. I like the vibe of the film. The big question, though, okay, like, how does it land for you? Where are you going to rate this baby?
I think I'll give it like a 2.5 out of 5. I'm not completely sold on it. I do think there's a lot of options right now in cinema that are just outshining it. You have Thunderbolts, you have Sinners. Next week, Mission Impossible is coming, and we'll be reviewing that. So I think in a week like that, when you're coming into cinema, it's not going to be the one you choose it to go and see this weekend. But it is something I would recommend you still watch. Maybe with the family, maybe not.
And if you're a fan of Kerry Washington, I like the fact that she stepped into the space, and I hope we see more of her in movies.
100%.
Go and produce more films for yourself, girl, because she's awesome, and she's got the gravitas to carry it. And I like this foil. It's almost like she's the main action star here, and Omar, being this big, physically gifted guy, takes a back seat and kind of, you know, it's like almost like enough as an action film. If you could
Jennifer
see,
Lopez is enough.
you want to see a mother take it to the next level, you get to see it.
And she does it. And I think it's so nice you're seeing that represented, but you're also seeing Omar, who's deaf. So he has cochlear implants in his ears. So that's represented. And you also have albinism represented in this movie. So there's a lot of nice things that are brought in for the first time. But I think in the current movie world that we're in now, I don't know if it's enough anymore to just have representation. You've got to do something more with it.
Yeah, for sure. Facilitate,
And I think if you are an action fan, lover, and you love movies and a little bit of adrenaline, then maybe this is the first one of many that are out this weekend that you can add to your list. So see it soon, see it fast. It's already out, and Shadow Force is something that will definitely tick the box for all the action lovers, I think. Thank you so much, Zoe. Coming with the goods.
Now knowing that we might have to go to war to protect our family, and we are all family. We brought in the lads from Southpaw Boxing to take us through a little self-defense class, and you'll be amazed at how easily you can tap into this kind of energy and what a difference it can make in your world. And I think we've got one of our title holders stepping in as well to put us through our paces, so we'll need the self-defense.